Hello, I'm not a morning person, so I'm just gonna make my first meal of the day, which, as in my last video, it was fruit, but I'm switching up my fruits because it's so exciting. I'm doing 2 apples, peaches and blueberry. Let's go. I'm actually devastated that I'm not having like my normal breakfast of like apple, raspberries, strawberries. That is like my favourite fruit in the morning. But basically I'm trying to change to a more low histamine diet because after a lot of checking what I'm eating and a lot of research, it seems that I may be experiencing a histamine intolerance. Now I don't know that for sure and I haven't received an actual diagnosis or anything, but it just correlates to certain symptoms I'm having with when I eat high histamine foods. Now the information out there is very contradictory. For example, some websites say that peaches are low in histamine, but then there's other websites that say it's high. So this is complete guesswork, but for a while I will not be having my strawberries or raspberries. I actually hate blueberries as well, so this fruit bowl is not going to be that enjoyable. I may have stuck 2 raspberries in there, I just couldn't help myself. Now, I love peaches. Whenever I've had peaches, I've absolutely loved them. But when I buy them, I never know when they're ripe and I'm not able to peel them very well. So I just got tinned peaches because I did another bit of Googling and found out that they're just as nutritious. The only thing is, tinned foods are generally higher in histamine. So I feel like everything I'm trying to do ends up cancelling itself out. But anyway, we're going to see how these go. So there we have it. It kind of tastes like nothing. So I've had my fruit. Now to be honest, didn't love the peaches. They kind of tasted like nothing, but they had this weird smell of whatever juice they were put in. I think it was like grape juice or something. Anyway, we're moving on to breakfast. I'm getting sick of making my same porridge every day, but it's the only thing I know I like and that doesn't affect my tummy. But I went online and I looked up like porridge recipes and I found this one on the BBC website. I will leave a link to it below, but basically it's like a muffin thing. So I bought ramekins yesterday and you bake it. So in here I have 100 grams of oats and a teaspoon of baking powder. I'm just going to blend that into a powder. So essentially I have oat flour. Now you can add in like chopped banana or blueberries. I don't want to do that. But I'm going to add a tablespoon of honey and 2 eggs to the mixture. Now I put in some cinnamon, a tablespoon of honey. Bought these cute little ramekins in Dunn's yesterday, so I'm going to use them. Now all I do is bake them for 20 minutes. I'm going to pop them in the oven. Just for anyone who like counts calories or anything, because I got this online, I do have like the nutritional information. It says it serves 4 people. I only got 3 of these tiny ramekins filled, so I mean, I don't know how that serves 4 people, but anyway. So for 4 people, what? Right, so you're meant to fill 4 of these. For one of them, it's 300 calories. That seems quite high. And 8 grams of protein. Now I'm going to add in almond butter on the top of mine as well, so yeah. They're ready. They're absolutely boiling. They do smell nice because I want this to fill me for a while. I'm going to put like a teaspoon, probably a tablespoon of almond butter on the top. Now I've always found almond butter to be fine with my GERD. It's less like, well, I've read that it's less fattening than peanut butter, so it doesn't affect your stomach as bad. I don't know, that's just what I read. I really wish there was chocolate in there though, I'm not gonna lie. Especially with the smell, like it smells like cupcakes. So there we have it. I'm just sitting here at my desk. I can't see this filling me until lunch, but like, We'll see how it goes. It is absolutely delicious. It literally just tastes like a cupcake with almond butter, but it's really, really nice. So definitely going to make this again. And it was really quick and easy. 5 minutes to pop it all together and like 15 to 20 minutes in the oven. Okay, so I finished my little oat muffin thing. It was actually really nice. It was really dense as well. I was worried about it not filling me, but it was so dense, it was quite filling. But it definitely would have been so much nicer if there was chocolate in it. So if any of you have had like cacao nibs, please let me know in the comments. Are they nice? Do they actually taste like chocolate? And do they affect your GERD or your gastritis and things like that? Because I've never actually had them, but I might like to mix them in the next time. And now I'm making my lunch. I'm making a salad, and I know I had a salad in the last video, but I'm gonna make this one different. I have my quinoa just starting to cook here, and I put it in like a quarter of a stock cube. So for my couscous, I'm making enough to do me the week. So I'm just popping it in there with another little quarter of the stock cube, just covering it with water, and then I'm gonna put a bowl on the top to keep the steam in. I'm gonna leave that for like 5 to 10 minutes. So I'm gonna do like peppers, carrots, greens, some quinoa, some couscous, egg, and some hummus as like my sauce. Some people can have hummus and some people can't. So this is where you're just gonna have to use your own initiative of whether you want to or do not want to try it. The research is a bit uncertain. Some research says it's actually fine because the chickpeas like coat your stomach and actually protect your stomach. Other studies show that actually it can irritate the stomach. So it obviously depends on the person. So if you haven't tried it, you can try a little bit, see does it affect you, or if you know it doesn't work for you, then there's so many like vinaigrettes that you can make that are GERD friendly. Now in the last video people were saying that they can't have raw vegetables, and I used to be one of those people as well. It used to give me really bad gas, pains in my stomach, like it really affected me, but I started to incorporate raw vegetables really slowly. So initially with my dinner, when I'd be having like my steamed broccoli and my fish and my whatever, I would put just a raw carrot on the side. So all my veg would be cooked except my raw carrot. And I did that for a couple of weeks. And then with my lunch, whatever I was having, I would just have half a raw pepper on the side as well. So I went from having no raw food to having like a week where I'd have a raw carrot once a day, and then a week where I was having a raw carrot and a raw pepper once a day. And I just kept building that up, and now I can have full like raw salads. Now if I do have bad flare-ups, I do notice it affects me again if I'm having too much raw food. But it's really important, I've learned, to have raw food because it has a lot of the enzymes you need to help break your food down. Okay, so I've assembled everything. I've got my leaves, carrots, red and green pepper. I have egg. Now if egg bothers you, just remove the yolk. I went through a while where I only ate the egg white, but now I'm fine with eggs. Couscous, quinoa, and then my favourite part is I'm going to put like a dollop of this hummus in the middle. As I said, if hummus doesn't work for you, try some sort of a dressing that's suitable for GERD, but this is like my favorite type of salad now. So I mix everything together and it's absolutely delicious. I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually so excited to eat this. So I'm gonna go ahead and watch something on YouTube while I eat. Okay, so it's dinner time. I'm trying to keep this video as short as possible, but for dinner I'm making salmon. I've already made my sweet potato. I baked it last night, and I'm gonna make a shit ton of vegetables. So I basically just have a fresh salmon fillet. I'm gonna put on some salt, some pepper, and some Cajun spice. Now if your stomach is really bad, just leave it plain. It's fine plain, it tastes delicious, but at the minute I'm craving something a bit flavoursome. I close it really, really tight to keep all like the juices in, because I love when you open it up and there's loads of juice and you can like pour that over your food. That'll do. Gonna pop it in the oven for 20 minutes while I get everything else ready. So I lost my audio, but basically all I did was I pulled out the sweet potato that I'd made yesterday. I just baked it for an hour. I popped in some salt, pepper, and a load of cumin. That is the best part. I just mix it all together and pop it on the plate and arrange everything else. Voila! So that is the last meal of the day. It's like 8 o'clock, so I definitely won't be eating any more today. So anyway, I hope this was quick. I hope some of the meals are suitable. If you have any suggestions yourselves, leave them in the comments. I don't get these food videos out too often, but I will try and do another one soon, and I'll try and have some more like variety in the meals. But yeah, that's everything, so I will chat to you after.